It has now been 3 years since I graduated from my undergraduate degree. Graduated from my undergrad. Yeah, 3 years since I graduated from undergrad. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, 3 years since I've graduated from undergrad and 5 years since I first published an article with the InterVarsity blog entitled, "Why InterVarsity Will Always Confuse Me." And now as a working adult, somebody who's been in the professional world for a little bit of time now, I wanted to, has it been, it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years, people. As someone who's been in the professional world for some time now 6 years since I wrote that article, which is insane, I wanted to revisit that article as somebody who's older now and see whether or not I'm happy I spent my time working in that organization as an undergraduate student. Do I regret it? I reread it but don't remember exactly everything I wrote. I'll have a link down below if you want to check it out. I'm going to be reading, okay, this is from 2012. Guys, that's doing math in my head. 7 years ago, which is insane. 6 years ago and several months ago, I wrote this. Okay, I'm gonna read it. I feel like it's not plagiarism because it's my words, so, and I'll comment as I go throughout. I don't think a lot of people notice this about me, but I'm a very competitive person. I am still. I've worked on that. I'm not as competitive anymore. I've always been a competitive person from as long back as I can remember. I've competed for something. I remember being maybe 9 or 10 years old, sitting with my brother and eating some Oreos when suddenly a competition of who could eat the most Oreos was created. The prize was a horrible stomachache. I legitimately would do that, and if you saw my brother back when I was younger, I was insane because he was really fat. He lost a lot of weight, so I don't feel bad saying that. But he would eat, and he still kind of eats everything. So it was like so pointless for me too, because he was also 4 years older, but I still competed. With that being said, I always hated the fact that I'm competitive. Also true. And I've tried my best to not I try my best to not be the type of competitive person who steps on people to reach the top. Do you know who these people are? I think we all know who they are. I remember going into one competition, introducing myself to one of the competitors, and having her greet me by saying, "Hi, I'm going to beat you." I wish I was joking. She did do that. I would kill to know what she's doing with her life right now, but whatever. I go to a business school, even though I'm not at the point where I even need to be competitive. I know there are people I can't trust. I know there are people who are really not looking for their best interest, who are just looking for their best interests. Can I blame them? Not really. And yeah, my undergrad was like that. The people were ruthless. People who were in certain majors, they were literally like, I'm here to get money. I'm here to, get a good job. Looking back, I wasn't aware of like my own privilege. I came from an upper middle class home, and I never really had to worry about money, and if I ever really needed anything, my parents could provide it. And the college I went to was really cheap, and a lot of people who went to that college came from lower income homes because it was so inexpensive, and it was like such a great opportunity for people to enter these business jobs and really make a living for themselves. So looking back, I can kind of see like why some people were the way they were, because like I have some friends whose parents made like $20,000 a year, and now they make like 6 figures in these big business jobs. And for a lot of people, their chance at a better life was literally like being competitive and putting everything into this. But the thing that I found really unusual was when I saw people at InterVarsity. I know these people are few and far between. In fact, sometimes I feel like they're not few and far between. In fact, I feel like they engulf the whole school. And being a competitive person, I've grown tired of being competitive, and now I just want to do my best. The thing about InterVarsity I feel so odd is that the fact that in the midst of all this, I know many selfless people. I know people who barely even know me but took the time out to mentor me and guide me. I know people who took time to see what I wanted and how I was feeling. I know people who actually cared about me as a person, because at the end of the day, with InterVarsity it's different. We're not subject to beating someone out for a test grade to feel self-validated. We serve a God who teaches us to love, peace, joy, and kindness, and the values we must emulate. So this confuses me because most people I know are selfish. Again, how can they not be? Because there's so much more to be gained in giving than receiving. And maybe InterVarsity will always, I think I meant to say there's so much more to be gained in receiving than giving, in their opinion. And maybe InterVarsity will always confuse me, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. when I wrote that blog post, I was really confused about, like, in this school where, and like there are plenty of people in university from different backgrounds as well, but in this school where everybody's literally like trampling over each other. I'm sorry, my hair is like so bad. I'm just gonna ignore it. In this school where people are literally trampling over each other, they're trying their best to get whatever it is, get whatever job and internship. They're wasting no time. They're working part-time. They're doing whatever it is. There was this group of people, and the group is still there today, and those people spent time when I was a freshman in college and just mentored me. They would take me out to coffee, read the Bible with me, invest in me, get to know me, and these were other college students who could have spent that time just studying more or getting a job or doing an internship. And some of the smartest people from that Christian fellowship went on and realized that business wasn't for them and chose jobs that were altruistic. I knew somebody who ended up working in full-time ministry. Somebody else realized they wanted to be a pastry chef. Another person realized, actually multiple people realized they wanted to be teachers. And I don't think that I would have chosen to become a teacher in my senior year of college if I wasn't part of this group. Because once I joined this group and once I learned about it and once I saw how empty money really is and how empty it felt for me to be doing a job for money or for a status symbol, I realized that I needed to choose something that would give back to me rather than take away from me. And that's not to say like business is bad. I have so many friends who are working in business and they're lights in their job and they show God and they are an example to other people. But the challenge for me was realizing that in a world where people mark their time is money, and people are so seldom willing to give, it was amazing and so life-giving, and thank you to all those people who had given to me when I was a freshman. But it's incredible to see people who willingly give, and I think those were some of the most incredible people I encountered in my life. And my challenge is now to still be like that, to not just always count my time and not always be on the hunt for money or success or fame or whatever else, but to do those things that no one sees and to be those people who have a heart for truly serving God. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't regret a second of my time at the university. At my time in college, I remember thinking should I be studying more? Should I be doing whatever? But when you look back, it's I'm okay with everything because I think I chose what was better. Yeah, that's it. I will see you guys next week.